All right, I am back. And now we're going to look into what is distributism and if that could be a possible solution outside of this just blanket UBI thing. Now, it's kind of funny because it kind of reminded me of this episode of The Honeymooners because I used to I guess I've always stayed up late, so I used to like watch The Honeymooners at night in black and white. And, you know, Dave, the distributist, he's a Catholic conservative, and his link to his channel is in the description. And his name is the Distributist. But the funny thing is, he like never really talks about specifically about distributism, and so it reminded me of this Honeymooners episode called "The $99,000 Answer," right? And in the episode, there's Ralph and then his friend Ed, right? And Ralph is like the main character, who's Jackie Gleason, and he's gonna go on this trivia show where they're gonna ask him music trivia. So he rents a piano, and then he has Eddie come down and start playing all the popular songs, from the songbook, so that he can memorize all the songs, so that he would win the money when he goes on the quiz show. But the funny thing is, right, that Ed keeps playing Melancholy Serenade at the beginning as his like warm-up song before he starts playing the piano, like every time. And then like every time Jackie Gleason just flips out. He's like, why do you keep playing that song? Play the songs that I told you to play. Right. And he's like, and then he's like, well, I just can't play the piano unless I play this song to warm up with first. And he's like, keeps flipping out on him, and he's like, no, play the other songs. I don't want to hear that one anymore. Right. And then of course, obviously, when he shows up at the trivia show, that was the song. The Melancholy Serenade was the song that was for the $99,000 answer. And he never asked what the name of that song was that he was playing before the songs that he told everyone else to play. And it kind of reminds me of this, how Dave never actually explains what distributism is. And because of that, I was kind of like interested, and I watched a couple lectures from this like female teacher that was like, she was like a college professor or something. She was talking about it. And so it's an interesting concept because it's like, it is a in between capitalism and socialism type of system. And it's kind of like merit based. It's kind of like more capitalist than socialist. Let's look at what Grok has to say about it. Okay. Distributism is an economic and social philosophy that says the best economy is one where as many people as possible own their own productive property, their own land, tools, small businesses, farm, workshop, or family-sized company, instead of most wealth and means of production being owned by a tiny elite of super-rich capitalists or the state, right? It's a third way between capitalism and socialism, right? Principle. Widespread ownership. Every family should have enough property to support itself, a living wage from ownership, not just a job. A family owns a small farm, bakery, stuff like that, right? Instead of working for Amazon forever. Right. Decisions on ownership should stay local. Big is bad. Now that's going to be difficult with the new AI thing. Okay. Unions, guilds, unions, and cooperative co-ops, that's good, and anti-monopoly, that's good. Now, this isn't really explaining all of it here, but what the woman was explaining was basically that, each person basically would get like a basic unit, like let's say, because she was talking about farms, like say each person gets like 1 acre, right? Then a person that produces the most on that 1 acre would then get like 2 acres or 3 acres, but it wouldn't go as far as like they take, because like now in capitalism, the way that it would be, then they would eventually become a monopoly, and then they would buy your farm from you because your efficiency, right? So that's kind of the thing. If everybody has that basic 1 acre or a house or something like that. And that's where I was going kind of with like just letting people claim all this rundown stuff. You know, people keep on saying we need to build infrastructure, but we're letting the infrastructure that's already there crumble. Like we've got cities and malls and all these huge buildings and stuff that are just falling apart everywhere. You know, and it seems like it's on purpose almost, because you see like the rewilding stuff, right? Where they just want to move everybody to the West Coast and everybody to the East Coast, right? And then you can see here, this is a Business Insider map of where the AI data centers are in the United States, right? And it's like the same thing. They want to keep the AI data centers around where all the people are, so they can run the AI city. See, they're all in the cities because they need the data centers to run the AI to scan and monitor everybody. See, like that's like near Denver, right? Yeah. See, Salt Lake City. See, they're all near the cities, and then they need them to like run the city. Right? That's what they're doing. They're already building this stuff, and you guys are just so far behind because you haven't been listening to Jones. Yeah, I mean he's a hardcore Republican Trump supporter, but he knows what he's talking about, though. Just look at that, you know, Newark. That's what I'm saying. It's all the cities, you know. Maine's not even on here. Maine doesn't get. Oh, hold on, I gotta pull it down. I think or zoom out other way. Does Maine get a data center? Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, but not really. Most of Maine is like clear. Upstate New York, you see, it's just in the cities, just in the AI cities, smart cities. That you see, it's like it's growing. AI smart cities, and then you're gonna live near one of these data centers, and that's what runs a city, right? So check out the Distributist for sure, and we can see what that is. Cool. You can see what distributism is. It's in between capitalism and socialism. So maybe we'll look more into that later, or people can just kind of look into that as an idea. So cool. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good day and peace.